Are you feeling sleepy? Close your eyes, free your mind, relax your body, and come to the dream world with me. Sankanchil was a clever mouse deer. Whenever he was in a bad situation, he always played a clever trick to escape. In this story, Sankanchil outwitted Sangbuaya, a big, bad crocodile who wanted to eat him. There were many trees where Sankanchil lived along the river, so he never had trouble finding food. There were always lots of leaves. He spent his time running and jumping and looking into the river. Sangbuaya, the big bad crocodile, lived in the river with other crocodiles. They were always waiting to catch Sankanchil for dinner. One day, when Sangbuaya was walking along the river, he saw some delicious fruit on the trees on the other side of the river. Sankanchil knew and wanted to taste the tasty-looking fruit because he was a little tired of eating leaves. He tried to think of a way to cross the river, but he had to be careful. He didn't want to be caught and eaten by Sangbuaya. He needed to trick Sangbuaya. Sankanchil suddenly had an idea. He called out to the crocodile, "Sangbuaya! Sangbuaya!" Sangbuaya slowly came out of the water and asked Sankanchil why he was shouting his name. He asked Sankanchil, "Aren't you afraid I will eat you?" He then opened his big mouth very wide to scare Sankanchil. Sankanchil said, "Of course, I am afraid of you, but the king wants me to do something. He is having a big feast with lots of food, and he is inviting everyone, including you and all the other crocodiles. But first, I have to count all of you. He needs to know how many of you will come. Please line up across the river, so I can walk across your heads and count all of you." Sangbuaya was excited and left to tell the other crocodiles about the feast with all the good food. Soon, they came and made a line across the river. Sankanchil said, "Promise not to eat me, because I can't report to the king if you eat me." They promised not to eat him. Sankanchil stepped on Sangbuaya's head and counted 1. Then he stepped on the next one and said 2. He stepped on each crocodile, counting each one, and finally reached the other side of the river. Then he said to Sangbuaya, "Thank you for helping me to cross the river to my new home." Sangbuaya was shocked and angry. He shouted at Sankanchil, "You tricked us! There is no feast, is there?" All of the crocodiles looked at Sangbuaya angrily. They were angry because he let Sankanchil trick all of them. Sankanchil loved his new home on the other side of the river because he had a lot of tasty food to eat. Poor Sangbuaya was not so lucky. After that, none of the other crocodiles ever talked to him again. The end. And good night.